Folklore fans, gather around because you're about to meet Ireland's most infamous witch, a woman whose story has echoed through the centuries and still sends a chill down the spine of Kilkenny's old streets. Wealth, power, and a string of suspicious deaths. This is the story of Alice Kyteler, a woman who rose to prominence in a world where fortune and fate could change overnight. Her life was marked by luxury, but also by whispers and suspicion. Let's travel back to 14th century Kilkenny, a bustling medieval town where secrets lurked behind every stone wall. Alice Kyteler was rich, like, really rich. And that made people nervous. In a time when most struggled to survive, Alice's wealth set her apart, making her both admired and resented. Over the years, all 4 of her husbands died mysteriously. Each death brought Alice more property, more gold, and more enemies. The townsfolk began to murmur, was it just bad luck, or was something more sinister at play? Coincidence? Not according to her stepchildren, who accused Alice of using dark magic to steal their inheritance. They claimed she poisoned their fathers, casting spells and brewing potions in the dead of night. The accusations grew louder, fueled by jealousy and fear. Soon, rumors spiraled out of control. The townspeople whispered that Alice consorted with demons, that she held secret gatherings, and that her house was filled with strange artifacts. Fear and superstition spread like wildfire, and the line between fact and fiction blurred. Alice was charged with heresy, witchcraft, and even consorting with demons. The church and local authorities saw her as a threat, not just because of her supposed magic, but because she was a powerful woman who refused to bow to their control. In 1324, she became Ireland's most notorious woman. Her name was spoken in hushed tones, and her fate became the talk of every tavern and marketplace. People wondered, would she escape justice, or would she pay the ultimate price? But here's the twist. Alice escaped prison and vanished into the night, leaving behind a city in shock. Her maid, Petronilla de Meath, was not so lucky. Petronilla was arrested, tortured, and forced to confess to witchcraft, bearing the brunt of the church's fury. Petronilla became the first person in Ireland burned at the stake for witchcraft. Her tragic fate marked the beginning of a dark chapter in Irish history, where fear and superstition could destroy lives in an instant. Alice Kyteler's story leaves us with more questions than answers. Was she a cunning killer, a misunderstood businesswoman, or just a scapegoat in a jealous town desperate for someone to blame? Her life and disappearance remain shrouded in mystery. We'll never know for sure, but her legend still haunts Kilkenny's cobbled streets to this day. Locals say her spirit lingers, and her story is retold to anyone willing to listen, a reminder of how quickly fortune can turn to misfortune. So next time you hear a tale about witches, remember Alice, and how history can turn a powerful woman into a ghost story. Her life